I call the member for Ballina.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I rise to speak on an issue that is of global significance, but in particular is pressing in this country, and it's also particularly relevant for my community with our long coastline, major river networks and importance as a food-producing region. And that is, sadly, the high levels of plastic waste entering and polluting our environment. Madam Speaker, it is absurd. I've counted. This is about the 6th speech I've done in this place about plastics, and I give a shout out to our plastics spokesperson for Greens New South Wales, Kobe Shetty, the new member for Balmain. It is absurd and it is tragic that we are still talking about it. Madam Speaker, it's no secret that I was born in the USA and I have a lot of family there and I visit regularly. And honestly, in the blue states on the West Coast, you will not see a plastic bag your entire trip. You will not see plastic straws. You can't even buy one. You can't even bribe someone to get a plastic bag. They have completely eliminated plastics, not just single-use plastics, but any kind of plastic in the retail trade, and certainly in all of the Whole Food stores and all of the big food places where people go and buy their food, you cannot see plastic anywhere. But in this country, we are still having the same conversations over and over about the logic of phasing out. And I want to put on the record today that my community want to just see an end to plastics, at least an end to the plastics in the food and retail industries. The coastline of my electorate, Madam Speaker, includes iconic beaches. We're a global and national destination, and our beaches and waterways at first glance look pristine and teeming with wildlife. And certainly at the moment we've got the incredible humpback whales migrating north as they do during winter, and it's absolutely a wonder to behold. But unfortunately, closer examination will show that, and borne out by incredible community organisations like Positive Change for Marine Life, Take 3 for the Sea Byron Bay, Ballina Seabird, Mullum Cares, and also individuals like Plastic Free Boy, who's very famous. It tells a different story. They report collecting hundreds of thousands of plastic items each year just on our beaches. Straws, bottles, cutlery, stretch wrap, coffee cup lids, toothbrushes, and tiny pieces of photo-degraded items. Balloons are particularly pernicious. A typical Sunday clean-up along 300 metres of Byron Clark's beach, they'll collect 10 to 20 kilograms of plastic waste. Now, 20 kilograms of plastic is a lot. It's a haul that is incredibly disheartening to the volunteers. And they know from experience, and we all know, that those plastics are often consumed by marine animals such as turtles and by seabirds, often fatally. And certainly the Ballina Seabird Rescue, I've seen the turtles, I've visited, and unfortunately you can't unsee the horror that is the ingestion of plastics by our turtles and seabirds. The CSIRO predicts that plastic ingestion in seabirds may reach 95% of all species by 2050. And that is before we even talk about how much plastic is inside us. It is concerning that plastic production rates are intensifying. And I, for one, am not going to sit here for another 4 years and just have us regale this to the periphery. It is a fundamental issue. We cannot survive without clean waterways. And the river, the Richmond River, which is something I'll be talking about a lot this term, the Richmond River, after the floods, the amount of plastic that went into the river, into an already highly stressed river, has been catastrophic. And we know that only 13% of the 800 million waste levy in this state goes towards reducing waste. The rest goes into government coffers. The government needs to commit that funding towards solving the waste crisis and get rid of plastics. An intervention in the soft plastics crisis was a good start after the disaster of the major supermarkets, but this failure needs to be addressed. I look forward to working with the Minister for the Environment, the new Minister for the Environment, other members and the wider community to end plastic waste. Ending plastic waste means stopping producing plastic in the first place and making those who generate plastic waste take responsibility for its full life cycle. And honestly, if the Americans can do it, we can do it.
I call